Bring the palms together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So we come here every day to record these things because it is required to put in this kind of daily practice of these things in order to be kept up. Yogi Bhajan used to say, keep up and you will be kept up. So just recognizing what you need for your body and for your psyche and for the things that you have to process externally, adding in extra yoga sets or subtracting them based on your needs, and kind of initially just coming into the practice with a desire to understand that sensitivity in yourself more can be very powerful. So keeping up and you will be kept up. And we're gonna do the Gyan Chakra Kriya. It's a self-blessing, and the mudra is just Gyan Mudra, and we're sweeping the arms over the head, chanting along with this mantra, Satnam Wahe Guru. Satnam, Satnam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satnam, Satnam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satnam, Satnam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satnam, Satnam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satnam. Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, 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 Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam. Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, Satanam, 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 Waheguru, Waheguru. Inhale. Stretching the arms up, engaging your lower centers, Mula Bandha, rectum, sex organs, navel. Stretching the arms up. Exhale, hold the posture. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Twisting left and right. Exhale, sweeping the arms down.
So this is, we've been at this for a few months now, and we've been wanting to record some of our dialogues around these things. I wanted to say, my experience of, that one is, when we first started doing it, it was, so joyful for me to be oh, I'm blessing myself, holy shit, I could totally do this. And, I'm going through something in my personal life right now that's really difficult for me, a relationship upset, and I can get into really dark spaces when that happens to me. But I notice that as I stay consistent with these practices, the energy is moving through my life and through my being in a whole different way. And so today when we were doing it, and yesterday too, I was feeling it sounds crazy, but I was feeling more this warrior energy coming through, and this clarity of this is the next action you need to take. This is what you got to do. And it was it's just, so my point is just that this is part of why we want to be doing these things consistently every day, because our lives are changing, we change. And if you want to recircuit your whole body, and the way that you deal with stress, you call this the subtle body system, right?
What is?
What we're working on, it's the subtle body and the nervous system, right?
It's working on the 10 bodies. In Kundalini Yoga, we have the 10 different bodies. But this Kriya works on the arc line, as well as of course, the subtle body. And the physical body, because you're getting an arm workout. So Yeah, but I get that. It's like, um, no matter what's happening externally, you can come back to these things and experience yourself in that whatever. You can just drop into it and not have to like concentrate on it, but be concentrating on something that's higher vibrational, but also having this thing kind of come through, and it like totally elevates it and changes the psyche, the psyche's response to these things that would usually be like very dramatic or things that you would normally act out on or whatever. It just gives you this like clarity.
Yeah, like I feel like it develops, like for me it's developing inner strength. So whatever you're weak in, it's gonna help fortify that area. Like
this is the inner yoga, Kundalini.
yeah, it's so good. Like I'm normally would just like go into hiding and withdraw and depression, and now I'm feeling this whole other part of me that's like, no, you need to stick up for yourself. You need to do something. You need to, like it's a very different.
This one's also
thing.
very protective.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought of that.
With the arc line, it's very protective.
Yeah.
So it's like.
What's the arc line?
It's so for women it's nipple to nipple, and then for men it's just the temple to temple. But you have both because, and it's like the magnetic field around the head essentially. So it's like a chakra. It's just like it's where all of this information comes from.
Yeah.
It's like a part of ourselves that people are not usually aware of.
Yeah.
But we can not manipulate it, but we can develop it to be able to experience ourselves differently.
That's what we mean by subtle bodies, right? Because it's like the chakras, you can develop those, you can develop awareness of them, and this system is bringing my awareness to like even more.
And when we're doing the mantra with this, it's putting the mantra into our arc line. So we're experiencing this higher vibrational thing in our daily lives.
Thanks.
Yeah. I found this like really cute song yesterday. So I looked it up, and it's not like a mantra, but he is like a Punjabi poet, and I found it through Manpreet, of course.
Thanks.
Oh, now it's not there, but it was there yesterday because she was like featured on it. But he wrote this whole book called I'm gonna look it up for you. Ronnie Todd. Oh, and I bookmarked it too. It's this whole Punjab book, like poetry in Punjabi, and he talks about like these spiritual aspects, and it's focused on nature. Actually, you'd probably really enjoy it. I wish it was in English. I'm like,
are you reading it in Punjabi?
I want to learn, really.
You probably will.
Yeah. It says, released on 2015, the author has written about nature, ancient life of Punjab, and life struggles. Poems is the first part, and second part is verse. And I'm going to read you the lyrics for this song. It's really cute.
Great.
It was just really beautiful. It just essentially was like going into the experience of nature and the silliness or like these enlightened people experiencing things in a very like silly and playful way. But the way he moved the words was very beautiful. The translation, at least, I don't know what the Punjab is like. It's probably even better.
Yeah, well, we'll pull it up. Maybe we'll read it to you in the next one. But anyways, the whole point of today is just to encourage you to remember to keep up your daily practices, and if you could take notes of like even like see your progression over time when you take on a new one that you're working with. It makes a big difference.
We're going to do some breath of fire. Bringing the thumb tips to the pinky mound and closing and hugging. And we're over the head, breathing through an O mouth breath of fire. So that's an equal inhale, exhale through the O mouth.
Is this the anger one?
Yeah, this is Fists of Anger. So you can intentionally bring up anything that is angry in your life and use that to fuel your movement and your experience of this Kriya. Inhale, extending the arms, interlace the fingers, pressed up away from the body. Cannon fire, exhale through the mouth. Inhale.
ओ नवे आए तारां च टलदे ही रहने चक्कर अनोखे ने चलदे ही रहने चक्कर अनोखे ने
Last
चलदे
time.
ही रहने सिलाई जवानी जिनांदे मैं लिखे ओ चादर ते तोते उड़ा के देखे सिलाई जवानी जिनांदे मैं लिखे ओ चादर ते तोते उड़ा के देखे
I noticed lately when I bring my arms down, I just automatically imagine that I'm pulling like my like this light around me.
Pulling your way down.
Yeah.
Okay, coming onto the back. This is stretch pose. If you can, bringing the arms and the feet up 6 inches. The head is up as well. And your equal inhale through the nose.
ओ भुखा ते हाथ पड़दे ही रहने चक्कर अनोखे चलदे ही रहने चक्कर अनोखे चलदे ही रहने जो कल्याण जो रब दे सुने से करीब रखदे किसी के उड़े छुपाते रहे किसे और का किसे ने छाया जो अभियान पूरा आवारा आवारा उनादा जिक्र क्यों धरती के खाते भला कौन रोया भला कौन रोया दुनिया जो कुत्ता लमकने पड़ांगे कितों से आए तक दर न जाने दुनिया जो कुत्ता लमकने पड़ांगे कितों से आए तक दर न जाने मौसम बदल दे चक्कर अनोखे चल दे चक्कर अनोखे चल दे मैनू आके पुछदी है पढ़ी टोली तू लिखला क्यों चोने दरख्तां दी गोली मैनू आके पुछदी है पढ़ी टोली तू लिखला क्यों चोने दरख्तां दी गोली
Bringing the knees into the chest, breath of fire, nose to knees.
अरदास इस ओंकार श्री वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह श्री प्रभाती जी सहाय वार श्री प्रभाती जी की पाथे गति श्री प्रभाती सिमर का जो नानक लेके आए श्री बिल्कुल के मरदास नाम दासे हुए सहाय अर्जुन जी गोविंद में सिमरो श्री हर राय श्री हर की सुनते आई है जी दुख में सब मिट जाए एक बाहर की सिमरी है सर नामी दावत आए सब खाना जी सहाय दसवें पातशाह श्री गुरु गोबिंद सिंह महाराज जी हो पग देवाली सब खाना जी सहाय दसवां पातशाह जी
Inhale, squeezing the nose into the knees even further, holding the breath in. Exhale. Rolling up to seated position. Bringing the four fingers into the pads of the palms, the thumb tips are together. The arms are at 60 degrees, eyes are closed, rolled up and in. Spine is straight, chin is slightly tucked. Breath of fire. The arms are not moving here, the arms are straight and steady, the elbows are steady. Last 40 seconds, make sure the arms are just stretched really straight above the head, perfecting the posture. Bring thumb tips together, arms straight, stretched, fingers extended above the head, stretched up. And exhale, sweeping the arms down. Bringing the palms together. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. The long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide